As usual, this channel will give you the new game updates, especially for mobile platforms which are for Android and iOS. Of course, we try to make it balanced for adding some offline games and also some online games to this video. So, as a subscriber, you will get the best one from many aspects of graphic, gameplay and also storyline. Remember to like this video to reach 200 likes. Please enjoy the video of Top 10 Best New Game Android and iOS, New Game Online and Offline Games for Mobile. Dream You Go. Dream You Go or Dreamster World. This game should be anticipated. Seriously, it has a Pearl World games concept where we can capture the monster and become our pet. The gameplay is absolutely impressive. I really love how the games have so many features that we can do along the journey. We can gather some basic material for resources to build a home and the other building that support us to strengthen our character. But actually the character is not the only hero we should focus on, because the pet system will boost our power significantly, especially when we are able to deploy 3 different pets in the battlefield. The gameplay has 3 different genres, which are adventure, build-up based, and of course role-playing game concept. The combat mechanism of a Dream You Go or Dreamster World game is really easy to control. Every action we do, like attacking and gathering some material, we only need to not touch any button to make an action, then our pet and our hero will do an auto attack randomly and automatically. But when we try to capture the monster, then we should tap the icon manually and see how big our capture rate is. This is the best new game RPG for Android and iOS. Narbis. Narbis. This is a new game on mobile that has a high graphic with a low size. It's just less than 1 GB. The main game is a shooter game that has an option to play in mission mode. It's for unlocking new features when you reach a certain stage. Once you have reached it, then the multiplayer mode in the team deathmatch will open up. The game's combat mechanism is pretty simple. We can play the game easily because the aim assist really help the newbie player to lock the target from a distance easier. If you just want to enjoy the game but keep playing the mission mode, because the game's level difficulty is really easy. But when you decide to join the multiplayer, it has a huge different level with a harder enemy you face. Overall, I love the graphic. It's perfectly optimized with a bloom visual that makes the environment around us brighter and clearer to see. Unfortunately, at a certain moment, the ads will show up, especially when we are in the lobby. This game is available to download on the App Store and Play Store now. Free City. Free City. This game is absolutely wonderful. One of the best new game open world Android and iOS you must play now. No matter what your game's like, but surely you must have a try on it. The gameplay is absolutely fun and really interesting. It's just like a real life, but we play as a gangster who tries to make a chaos. I love how the police do an action so fast and are really responsive to criminals. So be prepared once we make a chaos, because the number of the police officers coming at us is really massive. There is no safer position as long as we can go away by driving a car. Actually, this game is good for a free-to-play players and to play sandbox gameplay. We can do so much of random thing like killing the NPC, hit them with a bare hand, or crash them by driving a car. The graphics are absolutely the most beautiful thing we should be concerned about. Even the NPC will have a voiceover once we try to distribute them. These small things really represent a high attention to details. Free City is the best game open world Android and iOS. Zombie Shooting Apocalypse. Zombie Shooting Apocalypse FPS. If your phone has a low spec, then you must try it. In fact, it has an offline mode. We will have a high graphic with the colorful ambience of the environment, so we can see the incoming zombie clearly even from a further distance. The gameplay is absolutely simple. We'll not play in the storyline, it's pure of an action. The main mission is we will be attacked by a certain number of the zombies. The higher our level, the more zombies will respawn. As well well as their durability will be getting stronger. So the best way to kill a zombie is by aiming his head. It will cause a multiple damage bigger rather than aiming his body. The area is quite wide though. We can explore the house and the backyard area to find the boxes to loot more weapons and switch them up with a better grade. Some object will have a ragdoll physics. Once we hit it, then the effect will cause a ragdoll. It is a great attention to detail that every game's developer should be concerned about. Zombie Shooting Apocalypse is a new game action mobile. Squid Game Unleashed. Squid Game Unleashed. Honestly, it's quite late when the developer decided to launch the game now. The hype of the game should be a few moments ago when the movie were blowing up on the social media. But it's okay, which is late is better than nothing. The gameplay is exactly the same as the actual series, like the green light and red light, avoiding the broken glasses and reaching the higher area by competing with the other bot. So in one game, we'll face so many different stages. Each of the stage will have a variety of obstacles with a different level of difficulty. But don't worry, once you failed, then we can restart from the last checkpoint you leave. So keep going is the best way to win the game. There is no tactical or strategy need to pass through every or single obstacle. Surely you can learn and master it then. Anyway, this game is supported by Netflix, which is we should join the member to play it. Hard Time 3. Hard Time 3. This game has a very interesting gameplay with a great new idea by the game's developer. I highly appreciate their hard work by making a new game with a new mechanism. Seriously, it has an engaging gameplay. We will play as a prisoner that will stay in the jail, get a high reputation to be able to get out of the prison. But it's not an easy way because we can do so many weird things like making chaos in the jail and hitting the people around. Once you do it for more than the limit, then you will get arrested and start the journey from the beginning. I'm sure you will not want to do it because the time passes so slowly. So we need to have more patience to pass through the mission. In combat, we can use so many weapons that have been prepared around the jail like a gun, wooden stick, iron belt, bare hand, or wrestling. Hard Time 3 is the one of the best new game mobiles with an addictive gameplay on mobile. You can play the game offline freely and only need 250 MB just to download in total. Faces. What a great game. Absolutely, the graphics seems like the developer using a Photoshop. The way of the world looks so realistic. Even the game has a very good control and very smooth navigation. I was totally impressed with the sensitivity. Unfortunately, this game is not finished yet and not many players notice this game now. That's why the matchmaking takes so long. I think I have to compete with the bots. That's why his aim is not so pretty sharp at all. This new game Faces has 3 different modes only, which are 1 vs 1, 2 vs 2, and survival mode. But at the moment, we are only able to play 1 vs 1 only, and the rest mode will be updated soon. There are so many things the developer can do to improve the quality of the whole features, but from the combat perspective, I would rate 10 to 10 without any doubt. This is the best new game for Android and iOS. House 314. House 314 Survival Horror FPS. Another good game offline that I would recommend for everyone to play it freely. It has a very small size and is surely affordable to play on any device's level. It has a great combination of single-player games with a nice storyline, puzzle, survival, and how to find as many hints as we can to know the main mission. I'm sure every single mission will take so long to solve the puzzle. Once you successfully solve it, then the new area will be opened up by using a key. It's an open world game, but we will play the game inside of the theater building. It's quite confusing when we try to find out the way out and also the way in. Lucky we are, the map is available, so we can check every single corner on the hidden area to find a small hint. This game has a first-person perspective, so we can hit the enemy by using a melee weapon or a gun for a long range. I highly suggest you to put your earphone in to get a better experience. House 314 Survival is the best new game offline for Android and iOS. Dungeon Hunter 6. Dungeon Hunter 6. I would say the developer wants to make a comeback, but honestly it's not like what I was expecting. I grew up on the Dungeon Hunter series, so in my mind, Dungeon Hunter is a single player game where we should play the game by ourselves, not in multiplayer just like it. It makes this new sequel become so generic with the other action game. This is a new game that's full of action RPG base. We are able to ride mount to move faster to reach the destination, but it's not pretty effective. In fact, the area seems too small, so walking or running would be enough. Not like the other series like Dungeon Hunter 4 was my favorite series that is pretty similar with a Diablo gameplay. But on this version it is dungeon based. We need to get into the dungeon to fight with the monster. Before you download the best new action RPG games, you should know the game size is quite high, which is 3GB plus and available to play for Android and iOS. Trial Extreme Freedom. This game is really good in graphic, probably one of the best motorbike games on mobile platforms. It has a great idea to describe how good the game is. So the first one, it has a multiplayer game where we can see the other players in the main lobby. We cannot compete with each other in one race, but we can try to reach the higher score worldwide, which is quite competitive as a new motorbike game. We can craft a new motorbike and upgrade the engine to speed up the top speed and acceleration. In-game, we only need to maintain the gas and manage the acceleration by tapping the simple button to make your player become more balanced while navigating the motorbike. The prologue will show us how far the track we should finish, but after we get into the main mission, then the track will get shorter, so we can finish the race way faster. This game is really good in graphic. It has so many features we can do. In fact, the developers are pretty active in updating the game several times in a consistent moment. This is the best new game high graphic for Android and iOS. The Walking Zombie 2 Shooter. Bonus: The Walking Zombie 2 Shooter. I know this game has been released a few moments before, but I would like to thanks to the developer who are pretty active in updating the game several times. The voiceover, the new chapter, better graphic, nicer visual, and how the story is getting updated. This all progress that we should appreciate so much. This game has a zombie survival game. We need to kill every single zombie that comes to our territory. The weapon has been prepared since we started the game. Once you face the zombie, we need to aim the zombie's upper body to deal multiple damage 2-3 times. These all are the best new game mobile that we need to play and know. I'm sure most of the game is still refreshing for you all as a new game list for mobile. Remember to help this channel grow by tapping a like and help us to reach 200 likes. See you on the next video. Thanks.